I feel like I owe you guys an explanation because as some of you watched Monday's video, I released my NFL mock draft 3.0. So I owe you guys an explanation because my phone disconnected me as I record with my phone camera. So here's the explanation pick video. Titans segment with Laremy Tunsil. It's just to protect the franchise in Marcus Mariota. It'll help for the long haul. Just like Cleveland's pick of Joey Bosa. Because Cleveland just has that method of going with a quarterback every other year. And I feel like it'd be a waste for him to go with Goff or Wentz or Lynch at this point in the draft. I should just see Cleveland going with a quarterback in round 2. Number 3 are the Chargers going with Ronnie, Stanley-OT tackle of Notre Dame. I feel like this is just to protect Phillip Rivers if they want to make a Super Bowl run before he retires. Number 4 are the Cowboys with Myles Jack, the outside linebacker of UCLA. I feel like he's going to shine at the company and he'll surprise people. Number 5, the Jacksonville Jaguars going with Jalen, Ramsey, the cornerback out of Florida State. I feel like this is going to help in the secondary. I like him to go with Ramsey. Number 6, the Baltimore Ravens are going to go with Laquon, the wide receiver out of Ole Miss. I feel like this is just a pick just for the long haul. Because Steve Smith announced his retirement this year, but he's going to come back for one more season because he ended with injuries. So he'll be back next year for one last run. This is just a long haul pick for the Ravens. Number 7, the first quarterback coming up the board, San Francisco 49ers going with Jared Goff, quarterback out of California. I just feel like this is just a pick just in case Colin Kaepernick wants to really go to the Jets. At number 8, I have the Miami Dolphins going with Vernon Hargreaves, the cornerback out of Florida. I just feel like this is going to help out the Dolphins secondary. Because the Dolphins need a lot of help going against Tom Brady twice every single season. Then at number 9, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going with DeForest Buckner out of Oregon. I just feel like Tampa Bay's defense needs to be strong. You're going to have to play Cam Newton, Matt Ryan, Drew Brees twice a year. And I feel like that pick's going to help Tampa Bay in the long haul. At number 10, I have them going with Jack Cocklin, the offensive tackle of Michigan State. This is just to protect Eli Manning. Number 11, the Chicago Bears go with Mackensie Alexander, cornerback out of Clemson. Helping out the Bears secondary when you're going up against Teddy Bridgewater, Aaron Rodgers, and Matthew Stafford twice a year each. Next pick, New Orleans Saints, Jalen Smith, outside linebacker of Notre Dame. That's just to protect the defense because the Saints defense has been struggling a lot the past couple of years. Now, number 13, I have the Philadelphia Eagles going with Paxton Lynch, the quarterback out of Memphis. Because Sam Bradford wants $25 million a year now. Plus, the Eagles are talking about bringing back Nick Foles. Just in case it doesn't happen, I'm going with Paxton Lynch. Number 14, I have the Raiders going with Reggie Ragland, inside linebacker out of Alabama. Now, I got a comment on Monday's video from Jamal Williams. It says, for the last time, Mike McCankins isn't going to select a defensive line player with 3 other D linemen in front of him. That's going away from his philosophy, which is best player available. If Reggie Ragland isn't there, we're going to get Ezekiel Elliott, period. I'm really assuming that is for the Raiders. If not, comment below, even though nobody will. I think it was just for that. Number 15, I have the Los Angeles Rams going with Carson Wentz, quarterback out of North Dakota State. Now this could be just a one-year thing. Is in my prediction video that I promised that teams would look for quarterback in my Goff, Lynch, and Wentz debate. I would have had the Rams signing Peyton Manning in 2016 to a one-year deal, but since he won the Super Bowl, he's going to most likely retire. So that's why I have the Rams going with Carson Wentz. This is going to be a good pick for the Rams. Moving on to the Detroit Lions, go with Taylor Decker, the offensive tackle at Ohio State. Protection of Matthew Stafford is what this pick is about. So number 7, the Atlanta Falcons going with Shaq Lawson, defensive end out of Clemson. This is going to help out Dan Quinn's defense a lot. It could push him to the playoffs, maybe make that Super Bowl 51 run. I think it'll start with Shaq Lawson. Number 18, the Indianapolis Colts going with Leonard Floyd, outside linebacker of Georgia. I know the Colts need some offensive linemen and secondary help, but they got to stop the run first. Number 19, the Buffalo Bills with A'Shawn Robinson, the defensive tackle out of Alabama. Now this is just a pick for Rex Ryan to build a bully. Just to build a bully in Buffalo is what he promised, and the bully's going to continue with A'Shawn Robinson. Now at 20, the New York Jets going with Robert Kimbeach at the defensive end out of Ole Miss. And now that I think about it, this could be what the comment by Jamal Williams was about. Again, if you know what team he really is the coordinator for, comment below, because I don't know everything. I will admit that right now. I've been honest with you all season, guys. Number 21, I have the Washington Redskins with Corey Coleman, the wide receiver out of Baylor. Now, this is a valuable pick for the Redskins because Kirk Cousins needs another weapon other than Deshaun Jackson, Pierre Garçon, who was not that productive this season. Number 20, I have the Houston Texans with Ezekiel Elliott, the running back out of Ohio State. Now, this is a big help because Arian Foster is most likely going to be on the Texans this next season. So that pick's going to be Ezekiel Elliott at number 22. Number 23, the Minnesota Vikings, Jerron Kearse, cornerback out of Clemson. Just helping out the secondary. 24, Cincinnati Bengals going with Andrew Billings, nose tackle out of Baylor. It's just to help out that defense when you're playing teams like Ben Roethlisberger and Andy Dalton twice a year. No, not Andy Dalton. Joe Flacco twice a year. Just to help put pressure on those two. Then at 25, the Pittsburgh Steelers going with Jermaine Ifedi, offensive guard at Texas A&M. Now, this is the pick that Pittsburgh needs, in my opinion, because Ben Roethlisberger was injured 2 or 3 times throughout this season. And he missed about a total of 4 to 6 games, I think it was. Number 26, I have the surprise pick of the draft so far. Seattle Seahawks going with Derrick Henry, the running back out of Alabama. This pick is because Marshawn Lynch announced his retirement this past weekend. Although we didn't get to hear about it because it interfered with the Super Bowl. Even though the Seahawks have Thomas Rawls, I just don't think he's going to be the running back of the future. I see the Seahawks wanting Beast Mode 2.0, and the best option for Beast Mode 2.0 this season is Derrick Henry. Number 27, the Green Bay Packers with Jerron Reed, defensive tackle out of Alabama. This is just to protect Green Bay's defense that has not looked good the past couple of seasons. Number 28, the Kansas City Chiefs going with Noah Spence, the outside linebacker of Eastern Kentucky. Now, there are 3 defensive players on the Kansas City Chiefs that are free agents. And I think this is just a bonus for them if they all stay. This could give the Kansas City Chiefs a run for the AFC West next year. And I think Noah Spence is going to help them out a ton. Number 29, the Arizona Cardinals with Ryan Kelly, the center out of Alabama. The Cardinals, in my opinion, need help on the offensive line, as well as the next team I'm going to mention. Especially if Carson Palmer is not going to be the quarterback next year. It's whoever the quarterback is going to be next year that they're going to need to protect. So I like the Cardinals to actually maybe draft a quarterback, maybe in the late 3rd round, 4th round, possibly, maybe even in the 5th. But I like them to start with Ryan Kelly from Alabama. And now at number 30, the Carolina Panthers. I have them going with Cody Whitehair, the offensive guard of Kansas State. Now, if you saw the Super Bowl, well, that was kind of a dumb statement. Since you saw the Super Bowl, the Panthers need help offensive line in their position. I like to go with Cody Whitehair out of Kansas State. Then your Super Bowl champion Denver Broncos, I'm going to go with Emmanuel Ogbah, the defensive end of Oklahoma State. Now, there are several people in the Denver defense that are free agents next year, like Von Miller, Trevathan, and others. So I like them going with Emmanuel Ogbah. I think it's going to be a big pick. And those are my picks. I hope you liked the video. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.